SummerSlam 2025 is in the books, and Sunday night's action ended just like Saturday's did, with a shocking moment. First, Cody Rhodes defeated John Cena in a grueling 37-plus minute match, but then the shocking moment occurred, and that was after 2 years away, the Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar, the former WWE and UFC champion, made his return and F5'd John Cena in the center of the ring and reinserted himself into WWE. And this was one of, he has made so many returns throughout the years, but this is one of, if not the most shocking one of them all, because it was one that many did not see coming and didn't think would ever happen again because of Brock Lesnar's out of the ring kind of actions and stuff he's involved in. He's not a defendant in the case with Janelle Grant and Vince McMahon, but he was mentioned in it, so people didn't think he would ever appear again in the company. But that obviously, as we know now, is not the case. But getting into this moment, I was there at MetLife Stadium. It was so shocking, but it felt like something and maybe somebody was going to return. I thought before it could have been the final boss. He did not show up, obviously. It was Brock Lesnar, and it was after the match. And getting back to the match, because that match, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, was 100% better than their match at WrestleMania 41, was one of Cody Rhodes' best matches since returning to WWE a couple years ago, and one of John Cena's best matches of his entire career. It was that damn good. It went over 37 minutes, as I mentioned, and that was John Cena's longest match since he wrestled Shawn Michaels on an episode of Monday Night Raw back in 2007. So, really an incredible showcase and a great street fight. The action went outside the ring. They had so many cool spots. They had so many false finishes and the use of multiple chairs and weapons throughout, and so many times that I thought during this match that both Cena and Cody were going to win. That's how kind of unpredictable it made me feel, and was kind of reminiscent of the last match Cena had before this one at MetLife Stadium, which was at WrestleMania 29 against The Rock. That one had some of the most false finishes I've ever seen in a match. This one was on par with that, and it was great to see Cena have a long match like this and prove to everybody prove the crowd that says he can't wrestle, that he can, and he can at a high level. And this match was great. We saw John Cena, we saw him hit, an AA off the top ropes. We saw him hit one, and he threw Cody off it with an AA onto the table. So we saw him do a bunch of different things, and just delivered a y'all must have forgot moment, and one that was really great to see, because Cena, when he was a heel, he kind of had a different type of style of wrestling. He would beat his opponent down. He would move a lot slower in the ring. But from the second Cena's music hit at MetLife Stadium, and he looked at Stu in the camera, he pointed to the ring, he ran down to the ring for the first time since the Elimination Chamber. Before that match, obviously we know after he turned heel. And so it was just great to see the version of John Cena that everybody grew to know and love throughout his career, and which made him, at his best. It was great to see that version in action at SummerSlam, which was his last SummerSlam. He has had countless memories throughout the year at SummerSlam. So to put a pin in it for that was just great. And it also kind of, people felt that it was going to be the passing of the torch moment back at WrestleMania 41, where, Cody would beat Cena and Cena would kind of raise his hand. But obviously we know with Cena being a heel, that didn't happen. And obviously Cena beat Cody at that match. So we finally got that. Cena handed Cody the title. He raised his hand, and kind of, officially ushering the era of Cody Rhodes, even though he is a two-time champion now, but he's really saying that that is the next guy. That's the next face of this company. So it was just great to see that iconic moment between Cody and Cena after the match. And something that happened during the match that I was a little surprised about, actually, was Cody getting booed. Because when Cena is the ultimate good guy on his retirement tour, people haven't been able to, or haven't cheered for Cena in that way since the Elimination Chamber. So it's been a couple months. So by that kind of fact, it made people kind of boo Cody a little bit. But I don't think that hurts him in the long run. People still love Cody, and when he won't be kind of next to Cena in the future, I think that'll help him, obviously, because if he has a great heel next to him, it'll make the fans even love him anymore. But now we have to look at what's next for Cody and John Cena, because it seems like Brock Lesnar is next for John Cena, and it seems like it could happen quickly on August 31st in Clash in Paris, or they could hold off until the fall. Cena has a couple more appearances hopefully coming up. For Cody Rhodes, it's a really weird time because I don't see a great challenger on SmackDown for Cody Rhodes right now, but that's what makes WWE the best, is sometimes when you don't know what's going to happen, I think that's when they kind of get you and they deliver great storytelling. So I can't wait to see what is next for the new undisputed champion Cody Rhodes. Running down some of the other matches from this card, started it off with the triple threat women's world title match, and we saw Naomi retain over Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. This match was just incredible. A great match to open the show. A ton of false finishes, and once again we saw Rhea almost have Io Sky beat and hits her finisher, the Riptide, and then Naomi slides in for the victory. It just seems like Rhea keeps getting this close to beating Io Sky, and she just can't do it right now. I do think that will happen in the future. I really do want to see gold around Rhea Ripley's waist soon, but Naomi has been undeniable, even though she is a heel. Since she's cashed in, she's been one of the most over women in the company, without a doubt. After that match, the TLC six-pack ladder match took place, and this was 25 years after the first TLC tag team match at SummerSlam 2000, and this match delivered as well. I mean, this was just an incredible display of athleticism, so many great spots, and so many tables broken. And a great spot was when Ciampa kind of put himself upside down to not get hit by Nathan Frazier on that ladder. But in the end, the Wyatt Six win with the help of Uncle Howdy and Eric Rowan, who came in. I predicted them to win. I've liked them as tag team champions. This tag team division is stacked, so I think they will have tough challengers in the future. But for right now, it's great to see the Wyatts with the titles. Those first two matches were really a high, and it seemed like the show took a little dip after that, but then it got back on track with Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa, who Solo Sikoa beat Jacob Fatu by the help of Talatanga, and Solo didn't pin Jacob, but he walked out, and then after the match, the biggest moment of the match happened, or of the segment, not of the actual match, where we saw Jacob Fatu do his signature move, a moonsault on the top of the steel cage onto JC Mateo and Tangaloa. That guy is something special. I thought he was going to beat Solo Sikoa, but hopefully this can, catapult Jacob Fatu into even bigger things and maybe even a world title opportunity in the not too distant future. I would love to see that. And Dirty Dom versus AJ Styles was a fantastic match. We saw Dirty Dom retain with his dirty tactics, as always. I thought this match was really good. The finish was a little kind of weird, just kind of like the solo match was. Some weird finishes, but I think that match gave you everything you needed to see. Dominic just won it at Mania. It makes, although I thought AJ could win it, it makes sense for Dominic's reign to continue as he is just so hot. But overall, a great 2-night SummerSlam event. I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was well timed. I thought it wasn't too long each night. That's what makes a 2-night event better to me, because you can just leave the fans wanting more for the next night without going overboard with the timing, as we've seen with pay-per-views in the past. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm Ryan Wohl, and comment below what you'll think will happen this week on Raw and SmackDown in the aftermath of SummerSlam.